Thousands of years ago, long before computers, electricity, or digital code, ancient texts described reality as something constructed, a world generated by sound, numbers, symbols, and rules. Today, physicists are asking the very same question those ancient thinkers once explored. Is reality more like a simulation than we ever imagined? Across ancient civilizations, creation was never described as random or accidental. Instead, reality was assembled, step by step, using fundamental building blocks that closely resemble what we now call information. In Jewish mystical traditions, particularly the Sefer Yetzirah, creation unfolds through the Hebrew alphabet and numerical relationships. Letters are not symbols of things, they are forces. Reality emerges through their combinations, much like instructions forming a program. In ancient Greece, Pythagoras and his followers believed that numbers were not merely tools for counting, but the underlying structure of existence itself. Harmony, proportion, and mathematical relationships govern the cosmos. In Hindu philosophy, the universe is described as Maya, not meaning false, but provisional. A reality shaped by vibration, rhythm, and sound. Different cultures, different languages, yet all pointing to the same insight. Reality behaves less like solid matter and more like an intelligently organized system. Ancient texts didn't just explain how reality began. They described rules, repeatable laws that govern everything from the movement of stars to human consciousness. One of the most persistent ideas is correspondence, the belief that patterns repeat across scales. The micro mirrors the macro. What happens in the heavens is reflected on Earth. This concept appears in Egyptian, Hermetic, and Vedic traditions. The universe is not chaotic, it is recursive. Even the opening lines of Genesis present creation as a sequence of ordered phases. Light, separation, structure, and life. Not randomness, but process. Ancient thinkers believed that understanding these patterns granted insight, not power over reality, but alignment with it. In many ways, this mirrors how we now understand complex systems, governed by rules, feedback loops, and emergent behavior. Modern physics has radically changed how we understand the nature of reality. At the smallest scales, matter dissolves into probabilities. Particles exist as potential until measured. Observation itself appears to play a role in what becomes real. Physicists now describe the universe using mathematical structures so precise that they border on the uncanny. Nobel Prize-winning physicist Eugene Wigner famously called this the unreasonable effectiveness of mathematics. Why should abstract symbols invented by the human mind describe the universe so perfectly? Some researchers propose that reality is fundamentally computational, a system governed by informational limits, much like a simulation. This idea, once considered fringe, is now openly discussed in academic circles. What's remarkable is not how new this idea feels, but how ancient it truly is. Here's where ancient philosophy and modern science intersect most powerfully. Many ancient traditions believed consciousness was not produced by matter. Matter was produced within consciousness. In the Upanishads, consciousness is described as fundamental prior to form. In Hermetic philosophy, mind is the first principle of reality. Today, neuroscience still struggles to explain how subjective experience arises from physical processes. Some scientists now question whether consciousness might be a foundational property, not an accident, but a necessary component. If reality were structured like a simulation, consciousness would not be a side effect. It would be the interface, the means by which reality becomes aware of itself. Ancient texts never claimed to have final answers. They invited inquiry. They warned that reality is deeper than appearances, and that wonder is not ignorance, but the beginning of wisdom. Today, humanity stands at a rare moment in history. Our technology is catching up to our questions. Through science, philosophy, and exploration, we are slowly uncovering the structure of existence, not to dominate it, but to understand our place within it. The answers may not arrive all at once, but they will come through curiosity, humility, and the courage to ask better questions. Seek understanding, and above all, seek your own truth. If you found this exploration helpful or thought-provoking, consider liking the video. It helps this channel reach others searching for answers. Share it with someone who enjoys deep questions about reality. And subscribe for more explorations into consciousness, science, and the mysteries of existence. Thank you for watching.